Okay.
करोतु।
ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृष्णं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै श्रीपाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनीं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वाकर्थः प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
धन्यवादः महोदय। इदानीम् अस्माकं सन्धिकक्षा तु समाप्ता अस्ति। तु केवलं तत्र पूर्वरूपसन्धि पररूपसन्धि किञ्चित् अवशिष्टौ स्तः। तत्तु अग्रे कुर्मः। यदा सन्धिकक्षा कुर्मः तत्समयं आरम्भवचनानि तत् वक्ष्यामः। इदानीं नावश्यकं, यतः इदानीं समयः आवश्यकः। नूतनः विषयः अस्ति कर्मणि प्रयोगः इति, तस्य कृते किञ्चित् समयः आवश्यकः। तु इदानीं न वदामः, परन्तु कृपया सर्वे अभ्यासं तु कुर्वन्तु एव। उक्त्वा अभ्यासं कुर्वन्तु। माहेश्वरसूत्राणि, उत्पन्नस्थानानां सूत्राणि तु दे आर् इम्पार्टेण्ट्, यू शुड् रिमेम्बर् देम्। परन्तु we don't need them in the, we are not going to say them in the kaksha in class on a regular basis anymore. Every once in a while we'll pull them in.
So you did the Pararupa Sandhi?
No, we haven't done it yet. We will do it later. We thought it's better for all of these to sort of get settled in the brain, and then we'll move to the Pararupa Sandhi at a later point in time.
Okay.
So idanim adya kim kutra arambham kurmah iti. This is not something that all the classes are doing. This is something that I feel is kind of necessary for. Actually, I'll stop sharing before I talk about it. So we have in Parichaya, we have one more lakara that we have to do. In Karmani Kartari Prayoga only, we have to do one more lakara called Vidhi-ling lakara. Ling lakara. Vidhi-ling. Vidhi ityukte kim? What does Vidhi mean?
Vidhi means, is it future?
Bhavishyat kalaha to future tense. Idi enna vidhi? Idi enna idu? Something that has to be done, that must be done. Correct? Okay. It is a mood. It is not a kala. It is not one of those past tense, future tense. It is a mood. You already have done one mood. Which mood have you done?
Oh, we have done
Lot lakara. You've all done lot lakara. So lot lakara is a mood. There is one more lakara that is very useful, very commonly used. Bhavet iti asti khalu. When we say bhavet, all of those, that is called Vidhi-ling lakara. Okay. There is one more thing called Ashir-ling lakara, which we will not do for, you won't do it until probably, I think, Kovida, they introduce Ashir-ling. So in Parichaya, until Parichaya and even Shiksha, you only do Vidhi-ling lakara. Vidhi-ling lakara is quite similar to Lot lakara in that there is still, there is a slight tinge of an order there. Okay. But it is more a case of this should be done. This ought to be done. This is the vidhi that says that this is the way it should happen. This is the dharma, like that, the vidhi. Okay, vidhi-ling iti asti tatra. We will not go into the details of vidhi-ling. Because the problem is, you guys already know the first 4 lakaras. What I would like us to do is have the Ratanabhyasa done of the 5 different lakaras. So you know the matrices for all the 5 different lakaras. Okay. But you will learn the application into sentences and application of the meaning, exact meaning, etc., nuances afterwards. But if you learn the matrices, by the time it comes to the actual application, it will be easy to put it into play because it is a new lakara altogether. Okay, you all already know, you know how to do patati, patataha, patanti, patasi, patataha, patatha, all that. Like that, we're going to add one more. So you're going to add one more of those matrices and you're going to start memorizing. So every week, what we're going to do for the homework for, say, only B3, okay? I don't know why this is happening. For only B3, we will do 5 matrices. One set of matrices for one Parasmaipadi Dhatu, one set of matrices for one Atmanepadi Dhatu. That will be additional homework for only B3 class. Hopefully you're okay with that. You just have to look at ashtadhyayi.com, copy it down, say it to yourselves about 3 or 4 times. Okay? It is only purely Ratnabhyasa. What it will do is it will help you going ahead in the future. When we add that lakara, it will not seem new at all. It will be very easy to do. Okay? So let me just show you the thing that we have. Samyata. Idanim, Kopi, is someone willing to tell me what the lakara forms of pathati, pat dhatu. Pat dhatu, we want in the 4 lakaras that we know. So tell me in the 4 lakaras that we know. Who wants to tell?
I will start.
You start like lakara, Mahodaya.
Okay. Pat dhatu, first gana parasmaipadi, patati, patataha, patanti, patasi, patataha, patatha, patami, patavaha, patamaha.
Samyak. Pathasi. So it's that I've got that on the thing here. It is there in the slides also towards the end when you do it. Okay. Agre. Vijay Sudra Mahodaya Bhavan karoti va lit lakara. Lit lakara ityukte kim? Lit lakara ityukte. Which kala is it?
Future tense.
Samyak. Bhavishyat kala. Uttamam. So Bhavan vaktum shaknoti va? Patishyati.
Patishyati, patishyataha, padishyanti. Padishyashi, padishyataha, padishyata. Padishyami, padishyavaha, padishyamaha.
Samyak. Samyak. Tadeva asti. Uttamam. Agre. Priya Mahodaya bhavati karoti va agrimam? Agrimam lang lakara karoti va?
Lang lakara.
कर्तुं शक्नोति वा नो चेत् लोट् लकारः
अपठत् अपठताम् अपठन् अपठः अपठत् अपठथम् अपठत अपठम् अपठाव अपठाम.
सम्यक्. अपठामि अपठामि खलु? No, I think I wrote it wrong. Apatham. I don't know why I wrote apathami. I just copy pasted. Apatham eva. Apatham, apatava, apathama. Atra simrek likitavati va. Shamyatam. Okay. So now we have these 3. Rajashri Mahodaya bhavati lot lakara karoti va.
Patatu, patatat, patatam, patantu. Pata, patatat, patatam, patat.
Patata.
Patani, patava, patama.
Patani, patava, patama. Tadeva. Samyak. Patatu, patatat, patatam, patantu. Patha, patatat, patatam, patatha. Patani, patava, patama. Samyak. So we all are quite comfortable with the Parasmaipadi dhatus. Hello. Huh?
Yeah.
Now we also need to know the Atmanepadi dhatus. Okay. So next, let's do Vand dhatu. Vand dhatu, same order. Haraprasad Mahodaya. Vand dhatoho लट् लकार
Okay. Lat lakara, vartamana kala.
वर्तमान
Vandate, vandete, vandante, vandase, vandete, vandadve, vande, vandavahe, vandamahe.
सम्यक् उत्तमम् आम् विजयसुन्दर महोदय लृट् लकारः करोति वा
Let me try. Vandashte,
वन्दिष्यते
vandishyate, vandishte,
वन्दिष्येते
vandishyate, vandishyante, vandi, so vandi, vandeshe,
वन्दिष्यसे
vandishyase, vandishyate,
वन्दिष्येथे
vandishyete, vandau, sorry, no,
वन्दिष्
I don't know. Vandish,
यद्वे
yave,
यद्वे
okay, vandish.
तत्र मध्ये केवलम् इष्य इति आगच्छति इष्य 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 अग्रे
Okay. Vandishte,
वन्दिष्ये सम्यक्
vandishvahe,
वन्दिष्यावहे
vandishyavahe, vandishyamahe.
सम्यक् वन्दिष्यावहे वन्दिष्यामहे we need to be very clear about these atmanipadi rupani because we'll need them for karmani prayoga everything will be in atmanipadi khalu patyate patyete patyante patyase patyethe patyadve patye patyavahe patyamahe you take the pat dhatu you add the yakara and you make it into atmanipadi that is to say instead of pathati which is aham pustakam pathami I read a book when we want to say the book is read by me we go pustakam pathyate the book is read by me maya pustakam patyate iti bhavati tatra quick recall okay next
Mahodaya, will you share these three for us?
yes it's there in the slides that's there for this
Okay.
week.
Okay.
Agre Priya Mahodaya will you do lang lakara
आं महोदय प्रयत्नं करोमि
चिन्ता नास्ति
अवन्दत्
avandate avandatam
first one is avandata
it's avandatam you can read on the screen I put it
avandatam avandetam avandata avandataha avandedham avandadvam avande avandavahi avandamahi
samyak you have to be very clear with the lang lakara forms because we will use the lang lakara forms to jumpstart our vidhiling forms okay so we have to be very clear on our lang lakara forms okay Rajashri Mahodaya your can you do lot lakara
Oh, the lang lakara first one is avandata, no?
yes so why did I type this avandata avandetam avandanta there's only vandantam for this one so Mahodaya you were absolutely right did I do this correctly no this is what happens you should go to ashtadhyayi.com and do it just to make sure one avandata avandetam avandanta avandataha avandetham avandadvam avande avandavahi avandamahi okay now the lot lakara forms Mahodaya can you do
Yeah.
dhanyavadha
Avandatam, avandetam, avandantam,
lot lakara
yeah, avandatam, avandetam, avandantam.
no
Oh, acha, we are doing vanda. I'm thinking is the avandadatu. Sorry.
no
Vandatam, sorry, yeah. Vandatam, vandetam, vandantam. Then Swaitam, Vandasva, Vandetham, Vandadvam, Vandai, Vandavahai, Vandamahai.
Samyak. Vandai, Vandavahai, Vandamahai. Vandatam, Vandetam, Vandantam, Vandasva, Vandetham, Vandadvam, Vandai, Vandavahai, Vandamahai. So just because we are learning new things, we shouldn't forget our old things, okay? Because it's very easy. Just like me, I went and wrote Avandatam because of Vandatam. So I remembered my lot lakara form correctly, but wrote my lang lakara form incorrectly. So we have to all be careful. It's very easy to... Yes.
Mahodaya, is there any trick to do this? Any apart
You have to
from...
just recite and recite and recite and recite and recite, and it comes.
Okay. Oh, that is the trick.
That is the trick.
Okay, I got it.
That is literally the trick, unfortunately. There is a trick for the lang lakara, which is why I had made a mistake here because I had done it wrong. So if you look at this, the lang lakara trick is actually a little bit easy because if you know your lang lakara form, the vidhi ling is easier. So vidhi ling, if you look at the lang lakara form, it is apathat, apathatam, apathan, apathaha, apathatam, apathatha, apatham, apathava, apathama. So there is that extra akara there, which we will get rid of when we are going to the vidhiling rupani. Instead of a, we are just going to include an ekara in the middle. Remove the akara and make it pathet. Okay. Remove the akara, make it pathetam. Remove the akara. Pathe, only the Prathama Purusha Bahuvachana forms for both Atmanepadi and Parasmaipadi you have to memorize. This is Pathe Yuhu. So when it is Parasmaipadi, it will be Pathe Yuhu. Okay. Agache Yuhu. Have you heard those? When people say Agache Yuhu, Bhave Yuhu, Pathe Yuhu. Have you heard some people speak like that? You should Bhavantaha Pathe Yuhu. You should all read Tadrasham. Okay. So that Yuhu is different. So that is something that has to be memorized. Then Apathaha becomes Pathehe. That akara drops and you put an ekara at the end of the dhatu. Pat becomes Pathe. So Pathehe. Just like this. Apathatam, akara drops, Pathetam. Apathatha, the akara drops and becomes Patheta. Okay. Apatham.
Okay, this will be lat lakara or lang lakara.
This is on the top, it is lang lakara. Bhutakala lang lakara.
Right.
Okay? At the bottom is vidhi ling lakara, the new lakara that we are learning.
Yeah, it will be lat lakara.
It is not lat, it is vidhi ling.
Oh, okay. Vidhi ling. Okay.
Vidhi ling. Lat lakara, you know already. Pathati, patataha, pathanti.
Okay, okay.
This is the new lakara that we will need to learn and memorize because the forms are slightly quite different and they follow the lang lakara forms, which are already we have confusion on. It is better to start memorizing the forms early. If I just give you the forms at the time of learning the lakara and then say make sentences, everybody will lose it. I lose it. So for me, when I did Parichaya, this was my hardest topic because I was memorizing the lakara form while I was making the sentences. That is always difficult. If you memorize the forms, then come and make the sentences, life becomes a lot easier. Okay. If you all agree, we can continue with this. If you say it's too much and you would rather put it off to whenever we're learning it, we can do that also. It's not a problem.
No, please continue.
Huh? Yeah, this is fine.
Continue,
this is fine.
please.
This time, all you're not putting into sentence form. You're not putting into what is the meaning, nothing. Right now, all you're doing is memorizing the structure. Okay. Because that lang lakara form is already slightly difficult. If we memorize the structure properly now, when we go and form the sentences, it will be easy. Okay. That is the point. So, like I'm saying, you drop the akara for the only the Prathama Purusha Bahuvachana form that Yuhu will come. Instead of Nakara, it will be Yuhu. In the Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam, instead of Pathem, it will be Patheyam. Instead of Pathem, it will be Patheyam. There is a Yakara that's added in the middle. Okay? You can think of it as ease of pronunciation. So remember and add a Yakara there. Okay? The Yakara is added both in the Bahuvachana of Prathama Purusha and Ekavachana of Uttama Purusha. Apathava becomes Patheva. Instead of A, Tha, it becomes Te. Patheva. Instead of Apathama, instead of Pathama, it becomes Pathema. So if we remember our lang lakara form, it is easy to go to our ling lakara, vidhi ling lakara form. Okay. If you make a mistake like I did and I had written apatatam, you'll write pathetam. So be careful. That will be wrong. Okay. And with the Atmanepadi also, it is similar. So if you look at it, it is avandanta. Avandanta becomes vandeta. The akara drops. At the end of the vand dhatu, you add an ekara. So vandeta, avandata becomes vandeta. Avandetam, there is already an ekara on top of the vand. So now what do? You add a ya. Avandetam, drop the akara. Because there's already an a, you add a ya. Vande yatam. See, there is a lot of confusion. That is why memorization is important first. Okay. So avandetam becomes vande yatam. Avandanta, again, there is a slight difference. Becomes vanderan. So the bahuvachana, prathama purusha bahuvachana forms are both slightly different. In parasmaipadi, it is yuhu. In atmanepadi, it is run. Okay. Atmanepadi, you want to run away from. So run. Okay. Vande run. Then avandathaha becomes vandethaha. Drops, add an ekara on top of the vand. So vandethaha. Avande tham. Again, ekara is already there on the vande. What do? Add a ya. Vande yatham. Avandadhvam becomes vandedhvam. Drop the a and make the vande. Avande. Again, there is already an ekara, add a yakara at the end. So drop the a. Vandeya. Be careful, another mistake that commonly happens. Patheyam vandeya. Okay. In the parasmaipadi, there is a makara at the end. In the atmanepadi, there is no makara at the end. You only will get it through practice. I make hundreds of mistakes still. Okay. You should know this. It's a very good lakara to know. This is that this must be done. This should be done in Kartari Prayoga. This is what you use for things like that. We already use it. Karyam, Karaniyam, all that we already use in Karmani Prayoga. For some reason, we already know Karmani Prayoga there. But in Latlakara, when we want to say, you should do this, you must do this, this ought to be done, you ought to do this, like that, we use Vidhiling Lakara. Okay. Vandeya. Then in the, over here, Avandavahi, the drops, da becomes de. So Vandevahi. Avandamahi, drops, Vandemahi. So, lung to Vidhiling becomes easier, not easiest, but easier. Which is why I really want us to practice the forms. And I'm going to be doing those exercises myself because I am still not strong in Vidhiling Lakara. So that matrices right now is purely just for memorization of the forms. Okay. This is not, you're not adding a new topic right now. All we're doing is we're memorizing. And this is all the lakaras you will need in Kartari Prayoga until the end, until probably just Kovida. So this year and next year, you will not need any new lakara form after this. Okay. So it will become easier. Now, you should also be strong in your Atmanepadi Rupani. Why? We should be strong in our Atmanepadi Rupani because we'll need it for our Karmani Prayoga. Okay. So the more we memorize these matrices, when we do Karmani Prayoga for Lat, Rit, Lot and Lang Lakara, it's very simple because we already have the forms in our heads. Okay. So the forms stay exactly the same. So we should memorize. All right. So there will be a homework only for B3 students because none of the other classes are doing it like this. Only for B3 students, one Parasmaipadi Dhatu, one Atmanepadi Dhatu. Go to your ashtadhyayi.com, go to the Dhatu, write the 5 matrices, say it out 2 or 3 times. Okay, and you're done. So it's nothing like you have to put your head to it or anything. Just say it. More Ratna Abhyasa you do, the better off we are. Okay. So by the time we come to actually making sentences, life becomes easier. Anybody have any questions on this? Are we okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us continue. We'll go to the meat of the class today. So, Karmani Prayogaha. So, we discussed Karmani Prayogaha. Karmani Prayogaha ityukte kim tatra dhatunam parivartanam katham iti idanim vadamaha. So, what do we remember from last class? What do we remember about Karmani Prayogaha? Vijayasundara Mahodaya, what is it? What is the one main thing you remember about Karmani Prayogaha?
The karma, the karma becomes the pradama. Pradama.
Yes, very
Correct.
good.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
karma becomes the important. The importance is now given instead of to the karta, the doer, the karma gets the importance. The object of the action gets the importance. Hello? Huh?
Yes.
That is what
Yes.
is important. That is how we change. How do we show importance? We show importance in a sentence using prathama vibhakti. That is the mukhya. The mukhya amsha is in prathama vibhakti. So in kartari prayoga, the mukhya amsha was the karta. So karta was in prathama vibhakti. Now the mukhya amsha is the karma. So karma is in prathama vibhakti now. Right? That's good.
Yes.
Vajshri Mohoday, what happens to the dhatu when we go into the karmani prayoga?
Dhatu, we take the dhatu form and we add a yakara, the atmanepadi form of the dhatu, and add a yakara to the original dhatu.
Correct.
Then we get the forms.
Does it matter which gana the dhatu is in? Does it matter whether the original in kartari prayoga, does it matter whether it is parasmaipadi, atmanipadi or abhayapadi?
No, it is all, any dhatu, any ghada, the same yakara is added and we get the form for the, we use the atmanepadi form and get the
Absolutely. Correct. Beautiful. That is why karmani prayoga is so easy. You take pat, pat is a parasmaipadi dhatu. Pathati in karmani prayoga, kartari prayoga lat lakara. When we change it to karmani, pat yate. You add that yakara. Pat yate. Balakaha pustakam pathati. So the importance is given to the balakaha. Balakaha kim karoti? Pustakam pathati. Idanim we want to give importance to the book. The book is being read. Okay. Pustakam pathyate. The book is being read. Pustakam pathyate. Then we care about who did it. Kena pathyate, because the vehicle of the reading. How is the reading happening? Through someone, by someone. Tritiya vibhakti. Balakena pustakam pathyate. So karta now goes into Tritiya vibhakti. Priya Mahoday, were you there in the last class?
No, Mahodaya. Even I joined on Friday. I saw that nobody was there.
I'm so
And
sorry.
then I went and looked at the message. I was not very regular in watching the messages.
Yeah.
And Saturday, I totally forgot about it.
Chinta nasti. Chinta nasti. You also, if you get the chance, watch the video, because I went to the, what is the, how is karmani prayoga, what is the reasoning behind it and things like that. I go a little bit in detail. So we'll continue with a quick sankshepa form of what is karmani prayoga and kartari prayoga. So kartari prayoga we already know, correct? The karta is in prathama vibhakti, that is the mukhyamsha. Then the kriya padam always follows what?
Karta.
The kriya padam always follows what is in prathama vibhakti.
Yeah.
Kriya padam always follows what is in prathama vibhakti. Doesn't matter whether it's kartari prayoga, karmani prayoga, whatever. The kriya padam always follows what it is in prathama vibhakti. That is has to be remembered always. So kriya padam sarvada prathama vibhaktehe shabdena eva nityam anveti. Anveti means relationship. There is a constant relationship between the prathama vibhakti and the kriya padam. Okay, always. Then you decide where, first of all, you have to decide, are you talking kartari prayoga or karmani prayoga? If kartari, karta goes in prathama vibhakti, because that is the mukhyamsha. Then the kriya padam will be pathati, vandate, grihnati, whatever it is. Okay. Then otherwise, if you're doing karmani prayoga, then you realize, oh, the karma padam is in prathama vibhakti. The kriya padam has to be adding, you have to add the yakara and make it into atmanepadi form. Okay. Lots of exercises needed.
So what you're saying is the karma pada, karma padam is in prathama vibhakti in karmani prayoga.
Correct. Correct. Because that is the mukhyamsha. We are giving importance to the karma there.
Okay, how do I know it is in karmani prayoga?
You decide what prayoga you want, you decide. Or if it is a sentence already made, then you look at it and you see what it looks like. So we'll go into that. We'll see the differences, okay? We'll do that now.
Okay. All right.
So this is what we did last class. Punaravalokanam. Kartari prayogaha ityukte kartru shabdasya saptami रूपम अस्ति खलु. कर्तृ इति शब्दः अस्ति, तस्य सप्तमी रूपम अस्ति कर्तरि. In the karta's viewpoint iti. Kartari.
Oh, in the karta.
In the karta. So you're in the karta's shoes and that's where you're talking. So kartuhu pradhanataya karta prathamayam. Okay. So the pradhanata, because of the main pradhanam given to the pradhanyam given to the karta is in the prathama vibhakti. It is the mukhyamsha. Okay. I can rewrite that if that doesn't make sense. This is because tasya karanaha tena karanena eva karta prathamayam iti asti. Okay. So if I write it in English on the side, so the karta is mukhyamsha, hence karta in prathama. Does that help a little bit?
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the reasoning behind that. Next. Tataha kriyapadam kartaram anusarati. The kriyapadam follows the karta. So if it is the karta is in prathama purusha ekavachanam, the kriyapadam will be prathama purusha ekavachanam. If the karta is in uttama purusha bahuvachanam, the kriyapadam will be in uttama purusha bahuvachanam. We already know that. Vayam khadamaha will be khadamaha and vayam both are in uttama purusha bahuvachanam. Correct? All good with that? Okay. Karma padam dvitiyayam. The object will be in dvitiya vibhakti, mostly. Correct? All good with that? Unless
Yes,
there are those upapada vibhakti shabdas, etc. In karmani prayoga, the word itself is formed how karman shabdasya saptami vibhakti asti. Karmani iti nakaranta shabdaha tasya saptami rupam kim asti karmani iti bhavati. Okay? So in the viewpoint of the object, now we are changing the viewpoint of the sentence. Instead of being in the viewpoint of the karta, now we are in the viewpoint of the karman. Okay? Karmanaha pradhanataya karma prathamayam idanim. So the same thing. The karma is the mukhyamsha. So the karma will be in prathama vibhakti. Karma will be in prathama vibhakti. Make sense? So because we are changing it around now. Then, where did I go? I went to the next one. No? Okay. Next. Tataha kriya padam karma anusarati. Because prathama vibhakti now is the karma padam. So the kriya padam will follow the karma now. Simple? That's all it is.
Yes.
It's a very simple thing. It's the same for both. Then, karta dvara karma siddhata bhavati. So the object is, how is it completed? The object of the action is completed through whom? Through the karta. By the action of the karta. Khalu. Does that make sense? The karta is now the sadhanam of that completion of that object. Does that make sense? The karta is the vehicle through which that karma is now done. Hence, the karta is in tritiya vibhakti. Because tritiya is what? Tritiya is the sadhanam. Right? So, karta is now the sadhanam, sir. Karta is in tritiya vibhakti. So, that is the main thing. Where before karta was in prathama, kriya followed the karta and the karma padam was in tritiya. Now, karma padam is in prathama. The kriya follows the karma padam because it is in prathama. And because the karta is now the sadhanam, the karta becomes in tritiya. Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions so far? Is it clear? The basics, the understanding is there? Next. So now there are some important things to keep in mind for karmani prayogaha. Vishishtamshaha. So, dhatuhu yannantaha bhavati. So, if you look at this, yakarasya agamaha iti we call it. The yakara has come in. Yakarasya agamaha. Katham pat. Now the dhatu itself changes to pathya. Vand. The dhatu itself changes to vandya. This is called a Yannanta Dhatu. The Dhatu itself changes. Then you add all that te, Vandate, Vandete, Vandante, right? You add all of those endings to the converted Dhatu. The Dhatu is now this Yannanta Dhatu and it becomes Pathya, Vandya, Gnya. The Dhatu for Janati is Gnya. Gnya becomes Nyaya. So, Nyayate. G. There is a slight change. There are some special dhatus. We'll go into those soon. G. That Hrasva Ikara becomes a Dirgha Ikara. So, G becomes Jiyate. A. Some of the Akaras become Ikara. Pa becomes Piyate. Piya. Okay. Now, there are some groupings that will help us remember which one is which. We had done an exercise on the basic dhatu changes before. We will come into these some special dhatus today. Okay. We're going to add those into our vocabulary. So we'll see how to group them up and remember them a little bit better. Okay. But the end will always be yate, yate, yate. Piyate, jiyate, nyayate, vandyate, pathyate. That's all it will be. And then it will be follow all the Atmanepadi matrices. Okay. Yannantat dhatoho kevalam atmane pada pratyayaha eva. Only the Atmanepadi endings. Okay. That's all. Pathya in Lati, it will be pathyate, pathyete, pathyante, pathyase, pathyethe, pathyadve. Lati ityukte the saptami vibhakti. Lat iti shabdasya saptamyam lati iti bhavati. Okay. Langi. In Langi, it will be apathyata, apathyeta, apathyanta. Like that. Okay. So it's simple. As long as you remember Atmanepadi rupas, after that, everything else falls into place quite easily. Okay. Karmani prayoge api sarve lakaraha vidyante. Ashtadhyayi dalapute drishyante. So you go and look into the Ashtadhyayi website. It will be easy to find the Karmani prayoga. If you cannot find it because some of them are still not uploaded into the system, just put a message into the signal group and we'll all confirm what it is if you're not sure. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the easiest, so in Kartari Prayoga, in active voice, what is the simplest sentence we can make?
Aham patati. Aham patami.
Aham patami. So, a karta and a kriya. Correct? What is the simplest Dvipada Vakyam with 2 words? Simplest sentence we can make in Karmani Prayoga?
Gajaha drishyante.
Gajaha drishyante. Pustakam pathyate. Got it beautifully. So, pathaha pathyate. So, karma plus kriya. So, in the simplest here, you always remember when you're making a sentence, when you're building a sentence, anytime you're building, when those translations and all come up, we always start with the simplest sentence and we add on. So, if we have balakaha prathak kale saptavadane karyam kritva snanam kritva he does whatever pataha patati. You start with the patham patati. You start with balakaha patati. Then you add on and add on and add on. Correct. Same way in Karmani Prayoga, you start with your simple sentence. Pataha pathyate. The lesson is read. Then you add on. Pataha pathyate. Kena pathyate, balakena pathyate. Kada pathyate, saptavadane pathyate. Kimartham pathyate, parikshayaha krite pathyate. Okay, you add on all of that. So everything else stays exactly in the same vibhakti. Okay, except for karta which becomes tritiya. But everything else, saptavadane, parikshayaha krite, whatever else, everything else stays in the same vibhakti. So you start with a simple sentence, add on and add on and add on. But in Karmani Prayoga, what happens? The simple sentence is Pataha Pathyate. It is not Balakaha Pathati. It is Pataha Pathyate. Then you add on. Does that make sense? You always have to keep that simple sentence in mind. After that, everything else falls into place with Abhyasa. Okay? Okay. So, we talked about Vachana Parivartanam in the last class. So, Rajshri Mahodaya and Vijayasundara Mahodaya, you were there. We talked about Vachana Parivartanam. You also did it correctly just now, Haraprasad Mahodaya. You said Gajaha Drishyante. What does it mean?
Elephants are seen.
Elephants are seen. But why do you say Drishyante? Suppose the elephants are seen by the boy.
Yeah, Balakena Gajaha Drishyante.
Yes. And you did it correctly because Gajaha is in Bahuvachanam. Hence, the Kriya Padam has to follow that and be also in Bahuvachanam. So, Drishyante, perfectly done. Okay. So, that Vachana Parivartanam is a problem usually in Karmani Prayoga. Because in Kartari Prayoga, we're so used to saying, the Karta is in Ekavachanam, hence the Kriya has to be in Ekavachanam. The Karta is in Bahuvachanam, hence the Kriya has to be in Bahuvachanam. Now, we are changing over. Now, it is the Karma. What is the Karma's Vachanam? The Kriya Padam has to follow that. So, that's where we have to be careful. So, there is this little chart that I had made. Chatraha Patham Pathati. So, if we look at this. So, what are all the different things we can do? Let's see. Chatrau Patham Pathataha. Ityukte kim? What does it mean? Everybody can tell. Translate.
The students read the lesson.
Two students.
Two students
Two students.
read the lesson. Two students.
Yeah.
Vivachanam. Samyak. Chatraha Patham Pathanti.
Students read the lesson.
Many students are reading the lesson. Read the lesson. Okay. So here what have we done? We have modified the karta. The karta has become dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. Now let's see. Now we are going into the modifying the karma. Chatraha pathau pathati. What does that mean?
Student reads the lessons. Two
How many
lessons.
Two lessons.
Two
Student
lessons.
reads two lessons. Uttamam.
Yeah.
Chatraha pathan pathati.
Students read many lessons.
The one student reads many lessons. One student reads many lessons. This is a big problem usually. This pathan. When you go from karmani to kartari, it will be pathaha pathyante. And then when you go into kartari, the people forget it's pathan for some reason. I also did it so many times. Okay, you have to remember that. Ramaha ramau ramaha, ramam ramau raman. That one. Then this Chatrau Pathan Patataha. What does this mean?
Two
Two
students
students.
Read
many lessons.
Read many lessons. Samyak. Next, Chatraha Pathan Pathanti.
Many students.
Many students read many lessons.
Read many lessons. Very good. Idanim Chatrau Pathau Pathataha.
Two students read two lessons.
Two students read two lessons. Chatraha Pathau Pathanti.
Many students read two lessons.
Very good. Now we're going to convert each of these into Karmani Prayoga. Okay? We'll go in order. Haraprasad Mahodaya, you want to try just the main sentence? Chatraha Patham Pathati. So then there currently the Mukhyansha is the Chatraha. We want to change the Mukhyansha to the
Karma. Patham.
So
Pataha. Pataha. Chatrena. Patyati.
Patyate. Atmani.
Patyate.
Patyate.
Okay,
Samyak. Chatrena Pathaha Patyate. Okay. So now let me go back. Chatrena Pathaha Patyate. Next one. Rajashri Mahodaya. Chatravu Patham Pathatah. Change it to Karmani. Leave the Karta first. Do the basic sentence.
Patam patyate. Pataha patyate. Chatrabhyam pataha patyate.
Bahu samyak. Can you do the sandhi for me? What will happen there? Pataha patyate. What sandhi will happen? Visarga sandhi.
Pataha patah patyate.
Patah patyate. Samyak. Chatrabhyam patah patyate. Don't forget the sandhi just because we left it behind. Okay. Priya Mahodaya, next
so
one.
that is Upadmaniya, right?
Upadmaniya. Upadmaniya. Yes. Upupadmaniyanam oshtau. Priya Mahodaya.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay. Chatraha Patham Pathanti. It will be Pathaha Patye.
What will the Kriya Padam follow?
Patye.
What is the Vachanam of the Kriya
It
Padam
will
now?
follow the karma.
So what is the Vachanam of the karma?
Prathama.
Prathama Eka Vachanam.
Oh, it will be Patyate.
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 Patyate, not patyete. Patyate.
Patyate.
You have to be very careful in the pronunciation because if you say patyete, it becomes dvivachanam. So it is patyate.
Yeah.
Okay. Patha patyate. Kena. Kena abhyam kaihi.
पाठः पठ्यते
Ah.
छात्रैः पाठः पठ्यते
Patyate. पुनः वदतु.
पठ्यते छात्रैः पाठः पठ्यते
Patyate.
पठ्यते
Don't add the ekara for the patya, because that will become dvivachanam. Okay, be careful. Okay. Vijayasundara Mahodaya, agreemam karotu.
Okay.
Chhatrah pathau pathati. Convert. Slowly. First with the two word sentence.
Patau.
Yeah.
Patau. Padyante.
Vachanam kim tatra?
Dvivachanam.
So vandate, vandete, vandante, vandete. So
Patyate.
patyete.
Patyete. Okay.
Pathau patyete. Kena?
Patau patyete. Chatravi.
Kena?
Chatrena.
Chatrena pathau patyete. Make sense?
Yeah.
Uttamam.
Chatrena patau patyete.
Haraprasad Mahodaya, now let's try the next one.
Chatraha pathan patati. Pathan is a bahuvachana. So it will be patan. Is that a patyanti?
Atmani.
I forgot. Oh,
Vandate, vandete, vandante.
Vandate, vandete, vandante. Patyante. Patyante.
Samyak.
Okay. Pataha patyante. Chatrena pataha patyante.
Samyak. Chatrena pathaha patyante. So, if you get the correct rupam of the karma padam, get the correct rupam based off of that of the kriya padam, then add the tritiya of the karta, it becomes easier. Okay. Next. Rajshri Mahodaya. Chatrau pathan pathatah. You always get the dvivachanam.
Pathan is pataha. Patataha is patyete.
Pathaha. Don't worry about patataha.
No, sorry. Oh, acha. Patan is no, I'm getting confused, sorry.
No. First you what you have to do, take the karma padam.
Yeah.
Karma padam in prathama vibhakti. Tell me what that is.
Prathama vibhakti will be pataha.
Vachanam?
Oh, acha. Pataha. Sorry.
Pataha. Now the karma kriya padam has to follow the karma padam. So it's pat only.
Patyante. Okay.
Pathaha patyante. So that pathataha you leave out completely. Only thing you take from that pathataha is the pat. Okay. Once you take the pat, then you see pathaha patyante. You created the basic sentence. Now add the sadhanam.
Pataha patyante chatrabhyam. Chatrabhyam pataha patyante.
Uttama. That's it. Uttamam. Agre kaha ka? Priya Mahodaya va?
आम् महोदय
वदतु
छात्राः पाठान् पठन्ति सो पाठान् इस् पाठाः पठन्ते
पठ्यन्ते यकार आगच्छति यकारस्य आगमः
पाठाः पठ्यन्ते छात्रैः पाठाः पठ्यन्ते
सम्यक् छात्रैः पाठाः पठ्यन्ते सम्यक् अग्रिमं विजयसुन्दर महोदय भवान् करोति वा छात्रौ
महोदय।
पाठौ पठतः.
छात्रौ
What are we going to put into Prathama Vibhakti now?
पाठौ.
What vachanam is it?
It's dvivachanam.
Good. So pathau. Now the kriya padam has to follow the pathau. It has to also be in dvivachanam.
Patyate.
Vandate, vandete. So
Acha. Patyante.
patyete.
Patyate. Patyate.
Patyete. So pathau patyete. Idanim, by whom? What is the sadhanam?
Chatra.
Chatrau. So dvivachanam.
Chatrau.
So what is chatra shabdah in tritiya vibhakti dvivachanam?
Chatrebhyam.
Chatrebhyam. Is it chatrebhyam or chatrabhyam?
Chatrabhyam.
Chatrabhyam. Even I get confused there. Chatrabhyam pathau patyete.
Patyate.
Patyete. No, Samyak, it is hard. So you have to be careful. We haven't practiced dvivachanam last time. So dvivachanam also you should know because it is special to our Sanskrit. So pathau patyete. Kabhyam chatrabhyam. Chatrabhyam. Uttamam. Okay.
Mahoday, will it be possible to get the Karmani version for these sentences?
It's there in the next slide. Don't worry. You tell me the last one.
Okay.
Chhatraha pathau pathanti.
Okay. Chhatraha pathau patanti. Pathau. So that will be Pathabhyam.
What is it in Prathama Vibhakti?
Prathama Vibhakti will be Patau.
No change.
Yeah, no change. Okay, that should be in Prathama Vibhakti. Okay, Patau. Patau Patyante.
Bahuvachanam va?
No. It is Dvivachana. So, patate.
Patyete.
Patyete. Patau patyete. Patau patyete. Chatrabhyam.
Kati chatraha santi?
Come again?
What is the vachanam of the chatra shabdah?
Chatraha is a that's a plural word.
Not dvivachanam. Chatrabhyam will be dvivachanam. So,
correct. It is Chatrebhya.
Chatraihi. Rama shabdah.
Oh yeah, Chatraihi.
So you have to, there's a lot of things to remember.
Yeah, Chatraihi.
Pathau patyete. That is why that matrix of Atmanipadi Shabdas is so important to memorize. If we are clear with Atmanipadi Shabda Rupas, then after that it gets easier. It's never the easiest. It only comes easiest when we start reading more and more kathas and speaking more. But with what we have, we'll do. So this has all the answers on this slide. So, Chatrena Patha Patyate. All of the answers are here. What you guys all just said just now, it is here. The thing to note is now that the Kriya Padam follows the Karma Padam. Correct? Which is in Prathama Vibhakti. So all the answers that you guys just said are all here. So when you are doing this at home, when you are looking at it to review or whatever, the answers are there in the next slide. Does anyone have any questions about what we just did? Is it clear? Is it it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but is the understanding there?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mahoday. Mahoday.
Okay.
Understanding is there, but it's so confusing.
That's okay. Confusion should be there. You're learning something new. No, what's the point of learning when you already know something?
It's like an exercise for the brain.
Exactly. All of this should be like that. Okay. Yeah. So now idanim kim kurmaha? Kartari to karmani, and we're going to change the number. Okay. So shloka is you'll be given these two shabdas, shloka and ghosh. So ghosh will become ghoshya. In karmani it will become ghoshya. Then you do it in all three vachanas. Shlokaha ghoshyate, shlokau ghoshyete, shlokaha ghoshyante. Okay. That's what we're going to do. That's this exercise.
घोष इत्युक्ते किं महोदय?
To
घोष
announce, to
इत्युक्ते
shout.
किं महोदय?
To announce, shout.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Priya
Wait.
Mahoday?
Yeah. So when you so when you say that dushyate, it is like look like a lut lakara.
Ghosh. Ghoshayati is in Latlakara Kartari. Ghoshayati. Saha Ghoshayati. Saha, so he got very high marks. So Ankan Ghoshayati Kakshayam. Swasya Ankan Ghoshayati. He shouted out his marks to everyone because he got high marks. Iti. Tatra. Ghoshayati. So in Karmani, it is Ghoshyate. Okay, it is in the 10th Gana, if I'm not mistaken. Chur becomes Chorayati, Ghosh becomes Ghoshayati. But you don't care about that for Karmani. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know, I don't think I answered your question per se, Vijay Sundar Mahodaya. Did I?
Doshyate come, it looks like a lut lakara.
It is Latlakara only. It is Latlakara version of Karmani. Vandate, vandete, vandante. Just like that. Ghoshyate, ghoshyete, ghoshyante. It is still present tense only.
Yeah.
Okay. Idanim kurmah. Patha, pat. Haraprasad Mahoday?
Okay. Abhyas.
Use
Abhyasah.
Use part only. Patha.
Okay. Patah patyate.
Ekavachanam.
Pathau patyate. And patah patyante.
Samyak. Uttamam. Rajshri Mahoday?
Katha likyate. Kathe likyate. Kathaah likyante.
Samyak. Akara strilinga shabdaha. Uttamam. Priya Mahoday?
भोजनं खाद्यते भोजनौ
फले फलानि
भोजने खाद्यते भोजनानि खाद्यन्ते
Samyak. Uttamam. Vijay Sundar Mahoday? Nadi shabdavat. Nadi, nadyau, nadyah.
Lekhani. Stapayani.
Khapyate.
Stapyate. Okay. Lekhani stapyate. Lekhani stapyate. Lekhani stapyante.
Nadi, nadyau.
Okay. Lekhani
Lekhanyau.
Lekhanyo. Okay. Lekhanyo stapayante.
Stapyete.
Stapyete. Okay.
And then Lekhanyah.
Lekhanyah stapayante.
Stapyante.
Stapyante.
Lekhani stapyate. Lekhanyau stapyete. Lekhanyah stapyante. Because it's ikaranta shabda, gets a little confused. Tadeva. Agreement. Haraprasad Mahoday, Bhavan karoti va?
Okay. Patra. Bahuvachana I want.
Don't worry, do it in all three vachanas. It's not.
All the three. Okay. Phalam phale phalani. Patram prakshal yate. Phalam phale patre pakshal ete and phalani patrani prakshal ente.
Samyak patrani prakshalyante. Rajashri Mahoday.
Mitram milyate. Mitre milyete. Mitrani milyante.
Samyak. Priya Mahoday.
Krishnaha nindyate. Krishnau nindyate. Krishnaha nindyante.
Samyak. Vijay Sundar Mahoday. Mahoday अस्ति वा भवान् म्यूट्
Yeah. चोरः ताडयेते. ताड्यते. Okay.
Just say tad. Just say tad, then include yate, yete, and yante. That's all it is.
चोरः ताड्यते. चोरौ चाड्यते. ताड्येते. चोराः ताड्यन्ते.
Samyak. Choraha tadyante. Bahu uttamam. Haraprasad Mahoday.
Okay. Putra tarj. Okay. Putraha tarjyate. Tarjyate. Putrau tarjyete. Putraha tarjyante.
Bahuttamam. Rajashri Mahoday.
Vartha kathyate. Varte katyete. Vartaha katyante.
Bahuttamam. Priya Mahoday.
Navanita chora. Navanitam choryate. Navanite choryete. Navanitani choryante.
Bahuttamam. Uttamam. Vijay Sundar Mahoday.
ग्रह मार्ज. ग्रहं मार्जते.
Samyak.
ग्रहौ
Grihe. Griham. Grihe. Grihani.
गृहे मार्ज्यते.
Samyak.
ग्रहाः
Grihani.
गृहाणि मार्जयन्ते.
Marjyante. Bahu samyak. Bahu uttamam. So the vachana parivartanam is okay with everyone? You understand?
Yeah. We have to practice.
Yes,
we understood.
definitely. So idanim kim udaharanam pashyantu. Balaha athva bala shlokah ghoshyate. Balakena shlokah ghoshyate. Balikaya shlokah ghoshyate. You can pick which vachanam you want. All we're doing is we're adding on a karta. But we're adding on the karta in both Pullinga and Strilinga. Okay? Let's do in all three vachanas. Let's quickly go and do in all three vachanas. For first the Pullinga, then for the Strilinga. Quickly we'll do. That will give us exercise. Haraprasad Mahoday.
Okay. In singular, ekavachana?
In ekavachana for karta. For karta.
Okay.
But do patha patyate and do the karma and the karma and
all the three. Okay. Balakaha patam patyate.
Pathaha.
No, pataha patyate. Yeah, I should. Balakena pata. That should be pataha, right?
Pataha. I only gave the
Bal-
Pratipadikam. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Balakena patah patyate. Balakau.
Balakena eva. Balakena.
Okay. Balakena patau patyete. Balakena pataha patyante.
Uttamam. Now can you do 2 balikas?
2 balikas. Okay.
2 balikas. I'll tell you. 2 balikas reading many lessons.
Okay.
So make the simple sentence first. Many books, many lessons are read by 2 balikas.
Okay. Balikau.
Leave the balika out. Just tell me. Many lessons are read. Can you say that part?
Many lessons are read. Patau.
Many lessons. Bahuvachanam.
Pataha patyante.
Samyak. Now by 2 girls.
Balike.
Tritiya vibhakti.
Pata. I'm sorry?
Tritiya vibhakti.
Oh, Tritiya vibhakti. Balika.
Balikabhyam.
You are talking Bahuvachana, right?
Okay. So, Pathaha Pathyante. Many lessons are read by 2 girls. The Karta is 2
by
girls.
2 girls. Okay. Balikabhyam. Pataha patyante.
Samyak. Balikabhyam Pathaha Pathyante. So, I'll give you just the, we'll do one of each. But I'll give you the different vachanas. Otherwise, we won't finish in time. I want to get to the other one also. Purusha changing. Rajshri Mahodaya, 2 kathas, okay, are written by many writers. Pullinga.
2 kathas. Kathe likhyete by many writers, is it? लेखकेभ्यः कथे
रामशब्दः लेखकः
लेखकेभ्यः
रामः रामौ रामाः रामं रामौ रामान् रामेण
रामाभ्यां ओ रामैः लेखकैः सॉरी लेखकैः कथे लिख्यते.
Samyak. Lekakaihi kathe likhyete. Now, can you say the one female writer wrote many stories? No, many stories were written by one female writer.
Kathaah likhyante. Lekikaya kathaah likhyante.
Bahu samyak. Uttamam. Priya Mahodaya, are you okay with me giving you different vachanas, or do you want to do ekavachana for the karta?
I'm okay, Mahodaya.
Okay. So, with the bhojanam, it's hard, but 2 meals are eaten by many men.
Bhojana, bhojane, kadyede. Bhojane kadyede. Purushaihi bhojanau khadyete.
Bhojane khadyete. Purushaihi bhojane khadyete. Bahu samyak. Okay. Now, many meals were eaten by 2 women.
Many meals were eaten by 2 women. Okay.
Are eaten. Sorry, are eaten. Don't go to lung.
Bhojanani. Kadyante. महिलाभिः.
Two women.
Two women. Okay. महिलाभ्यां.
महिलाभ्याम्. उत्तमं. महिलाभ्यां भोजनानि खाद्यन्ते. सम्यक्. विजयसुन्दर महोदय, do you want to try with ekavachanam or any vachanam? Mahodaya, you are on mute.
He's
he is
leaving
leaving
now.
now.
His
Oh,
message.
okay, चिंता नास्ति. Haraprasad Mahodaya,
Okay.
let's try. So we've got. You want me to change the vachana or do you want to do this only?
No, let me try.
Okay.
Nadi, Nadyo. So what do you want to do in Bahuvachana? What is the question?
Shall I tell you? Okay. So let's say 2 pens are placed by many chhatras.
Okay. Lekhanyo stop ete by many students, hopefully many male students.
Yes, male students, sorry, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Chatraha chatra by many chatraihi.
Sampurna vakyam.
So chatraihi lekhanyo stop ete.
Samyak. Now 1 pen was placed by 2 girl students.
Okay. 1 pen. Lekhani stopyate. Lekhani by 2 students. Chatre. Chatre.
Tritiya.
Yeah. Nadibhyam. Chatrabhyam. Lekhan 1 pen, right? Lekhani stopyate. Stopyate. Stopyate.
1 ekavachanam. So lekhani stapyate chatrabhyam. It doesn't matter. You can put the titiya at the end also. So that doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter.
Right.
We'll do 2 more. Rajashri Mahodaya. So let's do. Let's see if we have. Okay. Let's do dushtaha. No, that is not thing. Okay, let's do arakshaka. So chora. I'm looking to see if there is any different. Okay, let's do the mitra, male, mil dhatu. Okay, this one. So can I say the friends, 2 friends are met by the 2 of them. In Pullinga, 2 friends are met by 2 males.
Mitre milyete. Tabhyam mitrena milyete. Mitre milyete.
Tabhyam va?
Tena tabhyam taihi na.
Sir, correct one. Tena tabhyam taihi. Shamitam. Then for the Strilinga do, many friends are met by her. Oh, she's gone. Something happened to her connection. Priya Mahodaya, you want to try? Do the pita shabdaha. Pita, is that okay with you? It's okay, you can do this. You can do this. Putra. So okay. Let's do one son was scolded. Is scolded by one father. Do that one. Do ekavachanam first.
Putraha tarjyate. Putraha tarjyate. Pita putraha tarjyate. Pitru. What was that?
Pitra.
Pitra.
Pitra putraha tarjyate.
Yeah, Pitra putraha tarjyate.
Samyak. Now in let's try. Two sons are scolded by many mothers.
Putrau tarjyate
Ah.
by many mothers. Mataraha. Mataraha. No, three. Okay. Matrabhihi.
Samyak. Matrabhihi.
Putrau tarjyate.
Putrau tarjyate. Bahu samyak. Uttama. Okay. So does this make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
No problem?
It makes sense. Yeah. When we try it on our own, I don't know. Yeah, it needs practice. Yeah.
See, what you have to do is you only have to, first thing you have to do is go and make the karma padam in the correct vachanam in prathama vibhakti.
Yeah.
First, if you do that, then that makes life easy. After you do that, then the kriya padam has to follow the kartri padam. Okay. When the kriya padam follows the kartri padam, after that the karta, then you put in tritiya vibhakti, whichever in correct vachanam. You have to go slow and go steady. Always follow that path. If you go fast and try to do it just quickly, it won't work. But you have to remember these steps, that the karta is in tritiya, the karma padam is in prathama, correct? And the kriya padam follows the vachanam and the vachanam and the this thing of the kartri padam. That's all. Does that make sense? Okay. Namaste Rajshri Mahodaya. I think something happened to the connection.
Mahodaya, sorry, my computer just crashed. I didn't know how to, so
It's
so
okay.
I'm so sorry. I think I missed something you said.
No. I was going to ask you to do one of these for doing this.
Can I do?
Yes, I will. Let me see if I can.
Sorry, I mean, I didn't realize there's no charge. It just switched off.
No problem. No problem. We were doing this one. So you can do Ganesha Gauri. Okay. So Griham. So we'll do two houses where two houses are cleaned by many Ganeshas.
Grihe marjyete. Ganeshah grihe Ganeshebhyah grihe marjyete.
Ganeshah tatra akaranta
Ganeshaihi. I'm always making this mistake.
That is where it will come. That problems will come. Be careful.
Ganeshaihi grihe marjyete.
Samyak. Now the one house is swept by two Gauris.
Griham marjyate. Gauribhyam griham marjyate.
Samyak. Uttamam. So now it confused you with the vachanams, but we have to still do the purushas. Okay. So look at this. You have to do both together because it doesn't make sense to not do it with the thing. Okay, without the purushas. So if you look at this, balakena saha drishyate. Does that make sense? What does that mean? Haraprasad Mahodaya. Balakena saha drishyate.
He is seen by the balaka.
Good. Balakena tau drishyate. Ityukte? Haraprasad Mahodaya.
Go ahead.
No, you only do the first.
Okay.
You do the first
Okay.
line.
Two
Both
of them both of them are seen by a balaka.
Very good. Last one. Balakena te drishyante.
Yeah. They are all seen by the balaka.
Very good. Okay. Priya Mahodaya, agrimam. Balakena tvam drishyase. Why is that drishyase first of all?
Tvam, because of tvam.
Because it is in Madhyama Purushaha. Because whatever is in Prathama Vibhakti, that is Yushmat Shabdaha, Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Right? Because it is Yushmat Shabdaha, the Kriya Padam has to go into Madhyama Purushaha. If the Prathama Vibhakti Shabdaha is Yushmad, correct? Then the Kriya Padam automatically goes into Madhyama Purushaha. Okay, so what does this mean?
You are seen by the boy.
Very good. Balakena yuvam drishyethe.
Both of you are seen by the boy.
Very good. Balakena yuyam drishyadve.
You all are seen by the boy.
Very good. Okay. So you see that what is in Prathama Vibhakti is of utmost importance. That's all. Once you know that it is if the Karma Padam is you, then the Kriya Padam will also be about you. Tvam. Right? If the Karma Padam now is in Aham, it is the Asmad Shabdaha. So Balakena Aham Drishye. Rajshri Mahodaya, what does that mean?
I am seen by the boy.
Next. Balakena Avam Drishyavahe.
We too are seen by the boy.
And Balakena Vayam Drishyamahe.
All of us are seen by the boy.
Very good. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and convert each of these Vakyani into Kartari Prayoga. So Haraprasad Mahodaya, can you do the first line?
Kartari Prayoga. Okay. Saha taute tam tautan tena.
No. Tell me in English first.
No.
Tell me in English. What is it in active
Okay.
voice in English?
Active Kartari Prayoga in English. Boy see him.
The boy sees him. Correct? Can you translate
boy,
that into Sanskrit?
The boy see him, right?
One boy sees him.
Yeah. So Balakaha
Make the simple two-word sentence first.
No. Balakaha tam drishyati.
Drishyati va?
No, pashyati.
Very good. Balakaha tam pashyati. Very common mistake there. You see drish and you forget it's pashyati. Okay, very good. Next one.
Next one. Balakena tau. Tau pashyati pashyataha.
Idanim chintetu. Tell me in English.
English. They too were seen. No. He sees two of them.
The boy sees two of them. So can you tell me that
boy
in
sees,
Sanskrit now?
Boy sees two of them.
Tell me the simple two-word sentence first. The boy sees.
Okay. Balakaha pashyataha.
Balakaha pashyataha va? Don't worry about the balakena. Balakaha asti. Saha kim karoti? He sees. How do you say that? Balakaha?
He sees, right?
So Balakaha. The Kriya Padam follows what in Kartari? What is in Prathama Vibhakti?
Karma Pada. No, in Kartari it's Karta.
So the Karta is in what Vachanam?
Balakaha. Balakaha, so it is pashyati.
Balakaha pashyati. In all of these, the Karta is Ekavachanam. So, in all of these, it's going to be Balakaha pashyati. Only the Karma Padam is changing. Okay. So, how do you say this? Balakaha?
Balakaha
tau
pashyati.
Samyak. Balakaha tau pashyati. Atra?
Balakaha tan
Samyak.
Pashyanti.
Tan pashyanti va? Balakaha pashyanti va? Balakaha pashyati?
Balakaha pashyati.
Balakaha tan pashyati.
Tam pashyati.
So you see, it is quite challenging. You have to know
Yes.
You have to know which prayoga you're in. you look at the Prathama Vibhakti, first make your simple sentence. Make whatever's Prathama Vibhakti and Kriya Padam. Always do that first. Then add everything else. In all of these, the simple sentence is what? Rajshri Mahodaya. Mahodaya.
The boy sees. Is the simple
Balakaha
sentence.
pashyati. After that, you add on. So, Priya Mahodaya, can you do Madhyama Purusha?
महोदय बालकः पश्यति बालकः त्वां
सम्यक्
पश्यति
next
बालकः पश्यति बालकः युवां पश्यति
सम्यक्
बालकः
युष्मभ्यं युष्मभ्यं. Isn't it? Am I wrong, Rajshri Mahodaya? Yushmabhyam. Tvam yuvam yuyam, tvam yuvam yushmabhyam.
Yeah, the second plural.
Priya Mahodaya?
युष्मभ्यं बालकः युष्मभ्यं पश्यति.
Rajshri Mahodaya, last line.
बालकः मां पश्यति. बालकः आवां पश्यति. अस्मान् बालकः अस्मान् पश्यति.
Asman. So it's not Yushmabhyam, it's Yushman. Sorry. Yushmabhyam is something.
No, Yushmabhyam only. Yushmabhyam only.
Are you sure? It's not Yushman?
Oh, acha. Okay, I'm forgetting. Sorry.
I know, even I'm forgetting. You'd think I'd know. Let's go into a Sanskrit abhyas. Let's make sure we're correct, before we do anything silly. Okay.
Yushman.
Yushmad Shabdaha. Let's so be careful, very easy to make mistakes. Yushmad Shabdaha. What did I do?
Yushman.
Where did this go? I'm doing the wrong one.
I saw the Pravesha book. It is Yushman.
Yushman only. I don't know why it's not coming here. Okay. Yushman. So it's Yushman. So balakaha Yushman pashyati, balakaha asman pashyati. Okay. So this gets a little bit confusing so you have to deal with the Purusha. So it's not confusing if you go slowly and do it step by step. What do you have to do? First, always take the Karma Padam, change the Karma Padam into Prathama Vibhakti. If the Karma Padam is anything other than Asmad or Yushmad, then the Kriya Padam is always going to be in Prathama Purusha. The Vachanam of the Kriya Padam will then follow whatever the Vachanam of the Karma Padam is. Okay? If you go and take each word and then directly try to translate that into the correct form. So if you say Balakena te drishyante, right? And you try to convert that. You'll go, okay, Balakaha, then you'll go te. Te, you might go correctly and you'll say either is it Taihi or is it Tan or what is it? You'll go Tan. But then you look at Drishyante, you'll make it Pashyanti only. Okay, because you're doing direct word for word translation. Don't do word for word translation. Always go. What is the Mukhya Amsha? Find that in Prathama Vibhakti. The Karma Padam, the Kriya Padam has to follow the Karma Padam in both Purusha and Vachanam. Once you do that, then you add the Sadhanam, which is the Tritiya Vibhakti in the Karta. Does that make sense? When you switch back into Kartari Prayoga, again, go slowly. The Karta is in Prathama Vibhakti. Put the Karta in Prathama Vibhakti. Then the Karma Padam has to follow the Karta. Either the Karta is in anything other than Asmad or Yushmad, then the Kriya Padam will be in Prathama Purusha. If it is Asmad or Yushmad, the Kriya Padam has to be in the right Purusha. Then you look at the Vachanam and you make sure the Kriya Padam is in the right Vachanam. Then you go and you add the Karma Padam in the Tritiya Vibhakti. Okay? It will take time initially. Afterwards, it will fall into place easily. Does that make sense? There are some more exercises which we did not get to, and we are not even going to look at the Vishesha Kriya Padani today, because I think we should just make sure that we do this. We are out of time right now. It's 1:30. So, etat drishtva agachantu agrima kakshayam vayam sarve militva kurmaha. But the homework will be about changing the vachana and changing the purusha. Okay? Does anyone have any questions on it?
No, Mahodaya. It's very confusing. Very confusing.
It's only confusing if you try to go fast. Okay? It's not confusing if you go slow. Follow the same step-by-step procedure. Slowly, step-by-step procedure. First, always start with the what is Prathama Vibhakti. Then do the Kriya Padam. Then do the whatever else is left. Okay? Slowly.
Okay.
You once you do it, no, after you do, say, last week Abhyasa, this week's Abhyasa, and then you do maybe a couple more. After that, it'll become easy. What we'll do is we'll take the Dilipasya Katha and we'll start converting it into opposite Prayoga. We'll start doing it. Once we do more and more Abhyasa, it will come. But initially, yes, because it's completely new right now, it will be like that. That's all. Okay? But the fundamental understanding is there, no? What to do.
It's there. It's there.
Don't laugh,
but-
don't laugh. It will be okay. You'll be fine. Okay? Do the exercises. It's okay if it's wrong. Do it, submit it, get it marked. It'll be better.
Okay.
Huh? Okay. Okay. Harapsa Madhya, Bhavan Vadati va?
Okay. Yeah. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः
Yeah.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
मिलामः अग्रिमसप्ताहे. Do the abhyasa. If you don't do the abhyasa, it will not stay in your head.